Hi, welcome back. I'm going to teach you the other 3 edgings for your beginning coaster project. So let's look at those edgings right now. This is edging number 1. I've already shown you how to do that with 1 round of single crochets. This is option 2 with 3 rounds of single crochet. This is option 3 with corner tassels and beads. And this is option 4 with fringe on the edges. So let me teach you option 2 right now. Here I have the finished coaster from option 1, and I've woven in those ends. You don't have to weave in the ends before you finish your 3 rounds of edging on this coaster, but if you want to, you can. So let's look at the pattern. The edging for option number 2, you can see there's the 3 rounds, and round 1 is really the exact same thing as the edging for the first coaster with only 1 round. It says finish off first color at the end. So let's look at round 2. This says with right side facing. So remember what I said about the right side and the wrong side? This is the right side because we see the right side of our stitches on the edging. This is the wrong side, and you can see the wrong side of the stitches there. So this is the side we want to have facing us when we do round 2. We will join the second color with a single crochet in the middle single crochet in the top left-hand corner, or in the top right-hand corner for left-handed crocheters. So what does it mean to join with a single crochet? I have the instructions in the pattern. That was in the notes section, but let me teach you that right now. To join with a single crochet, we start with a slip knot on the hook. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, check out my previous video on how to do that. So we put that on the hook. We have our right side facing. We're going to look for the middle single crochet in this top corner. This is the middle single crochet. So we insert our hook under both the front and the back loops of that stitch, and draw up a loop and yarn over and draw through 2. That's the exact same way that we do a single crochet, but to join with one we had to start with a slip knot on the hook. Let's see what we do next in the instructions. It says single crochet and same single crochet as joining. So why are we doing another single crochet there? It's because we're doing a corner and we have to increase in the corner. Just like we started with 2 single crochets and ended with 1 more for a total of 3 in that first corner, we're starting the same way in this corner. So we'll work another single crochet in here, and we're starting with 2 again. We'll end with 1 more for a total of 3. Now let's see what the instructions say next. They say, oh look, here's an asterisk. If you've never seen one, what it means is you're going to repeat something after the asterisk later on. But for the first time, we just read the words and do what they say. So we'll single crochet in each single crochet across to middle single crochet in next corner, then work 3 single crochet in middle single crochet. And we're going to stop with this punctuation mark here. So single crochet in each single crochet across to the next corner. So we're going to work 1 single crochet under the front and the back loops in each single crochet across. We're not going to skip any single crochet, and we're not going to work 2 single crochet in any of these because we're working even. We want the sides to lay flat. So we will work 1 in each single crochet until we get to the middle single crochet in the next corner. We're coming close. Let's take a look here. Here's my 3 single crochets in this corner, and you can see all 3 of these stitches are worked into that one stitch. These are the tops of the stitches and these are the bottoms of the stitches. So this is the first one out of the 3 here. We work 1 single crochet in the first one, and now we're going to work 3 in that center or single or middle single crochet in that corner. That's where we are increasing. And because we've worked 3 single crochets, they're naturally going around the corner. So let's look at our pattern again and see where we go from here. We stopped right here. Now we're going to repeat from the single asterisk around, ending the last repeat at the double asterisk. So what that means is we go back to the first asterisk, we single crochet in each single crochet across to the middle single crochet in the next corner, and 3 single crochet in the middle single crochet. We're going to do that as many times as we need to until the last time, and then we're going to stop here, because these 3 single crochet are only worked in the corners that have not been worked into yet. The last corner will get that last single crochet in the same single crochet as the first 2. So let me show you on the coaster what that means. We're going to single crochet in each of these across to that middle single crochet, the second one out of the 3 in the next corner, and we work 3 single crochets in here, just like we did over here, to increase in that corner. Then we repeat it again. We single crochet in each single crochet across to the next corner, and the next corner has the last single crochet plus the first 2, so there's the 3 there. This is a little bit bumpy from my slip stitch rather, but we'll just ignore that. We work around it. So we'll work our last stitch here and 3 single crochets in the next one, which is the middle one of the 3. And then this is going to be the last side. We'll work a single crochet in each one of those, and then we'll work 1 more in this beginning corner, so we'll have a total of 3. Then we will join with the slip stitch, just like the pattern says, just like we did in the first round, in the first single crochet. We have different stitch counts now because we've added 2 more stitches on each side. So instead of 58, we have 66 single crochet, which is 8 single crochet more. And then we'll finish off the second color. Round 3 starts the same way, but in another corner. So it says with right side facing, join first single crochet with first color, with single crochet in middle single crochet in bottom left hand corner, or in bottom right hand corner for left-handed crocheters. So why did I do that? Why did I start the next round? Here's the top of the coaster. We started here in round 2. Why did I start round 3 in this corner? Because I find it's easier to stagger where your tails are for weaving them in. If you have them all in the same place, it's not as easy to weave them in, and it could create more bulk in one place. So I have round 3 starting in this corner at the bottom left-hand corner or the bottom right-hand corner for left-handed crocheters. So it's great to stagger where your beginning and ending are in each round. So when you're done with round 3, you'll join it with the slip stitch and finish off and weave in your ends, and you'll end up with the coaster with 3 rounds. You can see this first round right here. The second round I worked in a solid color, and then the third round I worked in the same multicolor. So it's nice to change up colors in projects. that gives a little bit more interest to it. If it was all in the same multicolor, you wouldn't see this nice solid green round here. And that's how to finish up the second option coaster with 3 rounds of single crochet. Now let's look at the next option, which is option 3. That's the coaster with, let's get it right side up here, with the corner tassels and the beads. So this is going to be a little bit different edging so that we have a chain space in the corner to insert our tassels. So let's do that edging together here. I have another coaster here with 13 rows. Let's count those to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're good to go. This edging is going to be 1 round, so it doesn't say round 1. It doesn't need to because there's only 1 round. We're going to start with chain 1 and turn, just like we did with the other coaster on round 1. Working across top edge, single crochet in first stitch. Let's do that first, and then we'll look at this in the brackets. So get my stitch back on, or my loop back on the hook, yarn over, chain 1, and turn. Okay, now we're looking at the right side again to work our edging on the right side. And we're going to single crochet in the first stitch. All right, now let's look and see what that said in the brackets. If you've never seen a pattern with brackets, this is what it means. Everything that's inside the brackets from the beginning, the opening, and to the closing of those brackets is done 5 times. So that we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. And we'll do that 5 times because it says 5 times right after the brackets. So let's do that together. We chain 1, skip the next stitch, so there's no stitch worked in here. The chain 1 takes the place of that stitch. And we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Let's do that again. See, there's a single crochet right there that we skipped. Whenever you skip a stitch, you don't work into it. So we'll chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. So we've done that 2 times. Let's do it the 3rd time. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. We're still working our single crochets under both loops of the stitches. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. How many times have we done it? We started with our single crochet here. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1 more time. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. There's 5 times. We're not to the corner yet, so let's find out what we do. Okay, we finished off right here, or left off here. We'll chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then what's in these parentheses is what we're going to do. We're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And where will we do that? In the last stitch. And that tells us that that's what our corner is. So instead of 3 single crochets, we have a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet in that last corner. So we start with that chain 1 and skip the next stitch. There we go. Skip this stitch, and this is our corner stitch. So we do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in that corner, and that's our corner. So you can see that all of that, the 2 single crochets and the 2 chains, go around the corner. So now we're ready for the next side. Let's see what we do on that side. Working across left edge or across right edge for left-handed crocheters, chain 1, skip next row. Of course, we're working in the rows on the sides, not in the stitches. Single crochet in edge of next row. So we're still going to do the same thing. We'll chain 1 and skip 1, but instead of skipping a stitch, we're going to skip a row. And we're going to do that 6 times. So let's do that together. Chain 1. Now we need to look at our rows. I worked this single crochet in the back of this row, or on the wrong side of these stitches. So I'm going to skip the right side row and aim for the wrong side row. So that's skipping this row and working in the next. And that's still a single crochet that I'm working. So that's 1 time. We're going to chain 1, skip the next right side row, and single crochet in the next wrong side row. That's 2. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. That's 3. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. That's 4. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. That's 5. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. That's 6. And that's what it said to do. So let's see what we're supposed to do next. We finished off right there, and then it says chain 2 for corner. And then we stop right there. Then we're going to work across the bottom edge after that. So we do our 2 chains, but up here we had single, chain 2, single. So we're probably going to start with a single crochet in that first chain at the bottom here, but let's find out what the pattern says. Okay, we stopped right there. It says working in free loops of foundation chains across bottom edge, single crochet in first chain. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Then we'll look what's in the brackets again. Chain 1, skip next chain, single crochet in next chain 6 times. So let's do that. We're going to look for the first chain, the free loop of that chain that we didn't work into. We worked into the other 2 loops of the chain, so we're going to work into the free loop. So that finishes off this corner. We'll chain 1, skip the next chain, and single crochet in the next one. Okay, that's our first time of working that. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next chain. That's 2. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next chain. That's 3. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next chain. That's 4. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next one. That's 5. And chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next one. And we're in the last one there at the corner. That's our 6th repeat of that. Let's see what we do next. Where did we leave off? Right here, 6 times. Chain 2 for corner. So that's going to be our next corner. Then we're going to work across the right edge. So we'll do that chain 2, and we're getting ready to work across that last edge. Let's see if it's anything different than this edge over here. Working across right edge or across left edge for left-handed crocheters, single crochet in edge of first row. Chain 1, skip next row, single crochet in edge of next row 6 times. So all of that is done 6 times. So that sounds like the same thing that we did on the other side. So we have the single crochet in the chain 2. We need that other single crochet to finish off that corner. We're going to chain 1 and skip one and single crochet in the next one. So we're still skipping one row and single crocheting in the next with a chain in between. Chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next. So we're skipping these right side rows and working in the wrong side rows, just like we did on the other side. Chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next. Chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next. Chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next. Let's see, is that 6 repeats? Here was our first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 repeats. And what does the pattern say to do after that? Chain 2 for corner, join with slip stitch in first single crochet. And it gives us the total number of single crochets and chain one spaces on each edge of the coaster, with 1 chain 2 space in each of 4 corners. So if you want to count your stitches on each side, you can. I'll finish off with the chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch in that first single crochet that we worked. And I'll just tighten that up there, pull the loop through, and cut it off. Now I've shown you how to weave in your end in the previous video, so we won't do that right now. Let's do the corner tassels and beads. Now I've already shown you how to weave in the ends on my previous video, so let's move on to doing the corner tassels and beads on this coaster. I've already cut a 16-inch length of yarn for the corner, and I've inserted it into my tapestry needle, and I've got the ends meeting, so it's 8 inches in half. What I'm going to do first is insert the eye of the needle into the bead. Next, I'm going to insert it in the chain 2 space in the corner. That's why we had chain 2 spaces here. Gives us a lot more room to get our needle through. And then I'm going to go back through the hole in the bead. I went through this direction first. Now I'm going through the opposite direction, like this. Now I'm going to pull this until I get it about halfway. There we go. Line up the fold here and the ends. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and remove the needle. I can slide that bead up there, and I'm going to do an overhand knot with all 4 strands of the yarn. And sometimes they don't all want to come through, but you have to just force them through. And then I'm going to make sure that my knot stays up close to the bead, and that's how to do the fringe. Now you can trim your fringe close, short, about a 1/2 inch from the knot, or you can go longer if you'd like. And on your coasters, you're going to want to do that in the other 3 corners so you have all 4. And that's how to do the fringe, and that's how to do the tassels and beads on option 3. So let's look at our last option, option 4, with fringe on the edges. Here I have another coaster that I've done, and because this coaster is going to have added width with the fringe, I worked an extra row, row 14, and in the pattern I said, do not work an edging around coaster. Instead, work 1 more row of single crochet for a total of 14 rows. finish off and weave in ends. So I've woven in the ends and I'm ready to demonstrate how the fringe is done. You're going to need your crochet hook for this. And you'll need 5-inch long strands of yarn. To do fringe, you're going to fold that strand in half and you're going to work on the side edges. You'll insert your hook from the back to the front. This is the right side. So you're going to go to the back and insert your hook where you would normally insert it for working your edging. You're going to take the folded part of your yarn piece and place it over your hook and pull it to the front, or to the back rather. Pull it to the back. Then you're going to take your strand, your 2 strands, the tails here, put them through the fold. Line them up again and pull that tight. And you can scoot it on over to the side. If it doesn't want to scoot over, you make it scoot over, because your fringes are only going to be on the sides. You're going to do that in each row on each side. I'll do one more for you, and then you'll be on your own to do your fringes. So we're going to insert the hook from the back to the front, put the loop on the hook, pull it through. Don't let your ends go through. You just want the folded part to go through, and take the 2 ends and pull them through, and then tighten up that fringe. When you're all done putting all of your fringes on each side, then you'll get them all nice and lined up and trim them even to the length that you want. So that's how you do option 4. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 videos on how to do an easy beginner project. I hope you've learned a lot about weaving in ends and working even stitches and why we work certain stitches in certain places, and especially how to read patterns, because in order to be a successful crocheter, you're going to need to learn to read crochet patterns. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks for joining me, and happy crocheting to all of you. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 videos on how to make a beginner project.
I caught you off guard. You didn't have time to think out what you want to do. That's all right. Go ahead and think about it.
I might say that again.